It was supposed to be a fun detour, a relaxed format, a chance to showcase national pride. But this year's World Cup of Darts, it became a war zone, and at the heart of it all, the pairs format. 2 players, 1 board, but twice the pressure, twice the drama, and 10 times the chaos. Now, fans are demanding the PDC do the unthinkable, make the format permanent. But behind the scenes, some players are fuming because while the pairs format might be great for fans, for the pros, it's become a minefield of egos, reputations, and ruthless exposure. Hit that like button and subscribe, because today we're revealing exactly why the PDC might be forced to change everything and the explosive fallout happening right now behind the cameras. It started with the collapse of England's so-called Dream Team. Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, 2 of the sport's biggest stars. On paper, unstoppable. On stage, a disaster. They barely looked at each other, and no handshakes, no communication. The chemistry, non-existent. Backstage, whispers claimed they were sitting as far apart as possible in the practice room. And the moment they were knocked out, fans flooded social media with one question: do these guys even like each other? Then came Gerwyn Price. In typical Price fashion, he didn't hold back. They were rubbish, no camaraderie. You've got to gel, and they didn't. Brutal, but accurate. And it wasn't just England. One wildcard team from Europe was overheard in a backstage shouting match so intense, PDC security was called. One player allegedly screamed, "You always choke, you're a joke. I'll never play with you again." Another duo, after losing on stage, refused to walk out together during the handshake ceremony. And a source inside the tournament claims that one former world champion was fined quietly after being caught verbally abusing his partner off camera. The PDC hasn't confirmed the fine publicly, but insiders say it was the largest backstage penalty ever handed out during a non-major televised event. And that's just scratching the surface. Let's not forget the emotional rollercoaster of Gurney and Rock, Northern Ireland's unlikely heroes. They weren't expected to win, but what they delivered was pure electricity. When they lifted the trophy, Gurney broke into tears. Josh Rock hugged him like a brother, but not before Gurney screamed to the crowd, "I've got the biggest Becks on this thing stage!" The arena exploded. Broadcasters scrambled. The quote went viral. Within minutes, memes were flying across X and Reddit. Comment sections were lit up. Fans were calling it the moment of the year. Even Gurney later joked that he should probably watch what he says next time. But the damage, or should we say magic, was done, and it was only possible because of this unfiltered, unpredictable format. After the success of the event, Paul Nicholson, former pro and current pundit, came out publicly and said, "This format creates better stories than most ranking events." He's not wrong. In solo play, you get consistency, but in pairs, you get everything else. Fights, falls, forgiveness, frenzy. It's drama on demand, and fans are hooked. So what happens next? Here's what we're hearing from inside the PDC. Plans for a Premier League pairs night are being actively discussed. A second World Cup-style event may launch by the end of next season, and broadcasters are pushing for mic'd-up players to capture raw team conversations. Imagine hearing every sigh, every "you got this," every furious "why did you miss that?" Now imagine it in front of a live audience. This isn't just darts, it's theatre. And the PDC might finally be ready to make it the main event. But not everyone's excited. Some top-ranked players are privately rebelling. They're pushing back, hard. One unnamed top 10 player reportedly told his manager, "I'll skip the event if they force me to play with him again." Another player was quietly dropped from the World Cup squad. Not for injury, but due to a last-minute reshuffle orchestrated by a sponsor-heavy management team. The replacement, a more brand-friendly player with TV appeal. Behind closed doors, this sparked accusations of favouritism and corporate control over genuine merit. One player's agent even sent a legal letter to the PDC demanding transparency over team selections. And that player, he hasn't appeared in a single event since. Coincidence or quiet exile? Meanwhile, crowd behaviour during the World Cup also set off red flags. In one match, a fan was removed by security after shouting personal insults at a player's wife mid-throw. In another, a camera feed caught a visibly frustrated pro muttering, "I'm done with this SHT," as he walked off stage, his partner trailing behind, shaking his head. That clip was wiped from official footage, but fans had already clipped it. It spread like wildfire online, and that's exactly why fans are obsessed with this format. It's not just about scoring, it's about pressure, pride, partnership, and everything that goes wrong when the cameras are rolling and the masks come off. let's talk fan reaction. Within 48 hours of the tournament ending, online polls were flooded with fans demanding a full pairs tour. Twitter threads, TikToks, Reddit debates. Even casual fans were hooked by the storylines. There's now a petition circulating calling for the PDC to make pairs events a regular part of the calendar, with over 30,000 digital signatures already, and some of the sport's legends are weighing in too. Wayne Mardle tweeted, "That was the most entertaining darts I've seen all year. PDC would be mad not to make this bigger." Even Phil Taylor, rarely one to comment on format changes, hinted in an interview that this is where the sport is heading, and he's not wrong. The future of darts may no longer be about who can hit the most 180s, but about who can survive playing with someone they barely like, under lights, with millions watching. Because here's the truth, this format doesn't just reveal skill, it reveals character. And for the fans, that's priceless. So let's recap. Backstage bust-ups, on-stage tension, secret finds, shocking substitutions, emotional meltdowns, and the most viral quotes in recent darts history, all triggered by one thing: the pairs format. This isn't a gimmick. This is the most real, most raw, most watchable version of darts we've ever seen. And if the PDC gets it right, they'll unlock a new golden age. If they get it wrong, they risk a player rebellion they won't be able to control. So now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. Who is your dream team in a full-time pairs tour? Would Littler and Humphries even be allowed to try again? Should Price and Clayton reunite? Or do you want shock pairings like Van Gerwen with Rock or Wright with a wildcard? Let us know, and your team might get featured in our next video. Hit that subscribe button now, because this is just the beginning. Coming up, the bans, fines, and hidden feuds the PDC never talks about. Mic It Up mayhem, the conversations that got censored from TV, and the most hated duos in darts history ranked by the fans. This isn't just darts anymore, it's rivalry, it's drama, it's war, and we're just getting started.